Now, each and every week on Tuesday, ladies and gents, we get to see the NAV insurance registration coming from some of our favorite EV stocks like Nio. And as seen on the screen, from the period which started on the 27th to the 2nd of June, Nio Sold total NAV insurance registration of around 6,700. Now, this is very good news because, ladies and gents, Nio has never, ever since its existence, see this kind of a figure when you look into the weekly insurance registration. It is the very first time Nio gets to this number. In fact, Nio has never seen any number from 6,000 going up, or any number from 5,700 going up. The most that Nio has done in terms of weekly insurance registration, I think it's around 5,600, of which to get to see that last week it came in at 6,700. It is something that is pretty exciting, pretty amazing, because this tells us so many good things, and this tells us, like, ladies and gents, Nio's probably production capacity, probably it's now stable or it has increased a bit, which is something that is pretty exciting because Nio can produce more cars, which that is a plus for investors. The second thing that it tells us is that, of course, when you look into the delivery centers that are there, Nio is doing, or those delivery centers are doing the best to deliver as many vehicles as possible, which is something that is also pretty good because Nio then now can, of course, report some better insurance registrations. You will know that from this 6,700 insurance registration, the first 5 days of these insurance registrations were factored in onto the May deliveries, which Nio reported on Saturday when they were reporting their May deliveries, where they reported total deliveries of 20,544. So we can safely say, because the insurance registration that came out last week on Tuesday, the total cumulative from the 1st to the 26th, Nio was sitting at 15,400. We can then sort of like get how many probably insurance registration plus minus Nio got, because and I will say plus minus because you will know that these insurance registrations that we get on a weekly basis excludes the European sales, which obviously that has to be factored in, or it was factored in. So therefore, that is why I say plus minus, it gives us a round figure. We can safely say 15,400, which was, of course, the total cumulative deliveries from the 1st to the 26th, and we add this, of course, 6,700, which of course is the whole of last week, right? Then we will have around 22,100, and now from that 22,100 we can deliver the actual deliveries that Nio saw, or that Nio reported for May, which were around 20,554, which will then give us the remaining, of course, insurance registration to be 1,556. So of course, this is a plus minus from our math. This figure, ladies and gents, will be more, or this 1,556 will be more, because, ladies and gents, there are European sales that, of course, when Nio reported their deliveries on Saturday, they factored them in. It's just that I don't have the total deliveries for Europe for the month of May, but approximately I'll just estimate around 300. Let's say there were 300 sales from Europe. It means that we can safely say that probably there's almost 2,000 insurance registrations that we can say probably they are for the new month, or they are for the 1st and the 2nd of June, which is something that is pretty exciting. I think the actual figures, we'll see them onto next week insurance registration, which they will be reporting the insurance registrations for this week. I think the cumulative or total cumulative registrations, we will get clarity, or we will see them next week. But otherwise, I'm very happy overall with the 6,700 insurance registration figure that Nio reported. I'm very happy, I'm very excited, and I think it is really commendable from Nio to hit an all-time high, when not only on the monthly deliveries but also on the weekly insurance registrations. This is something that is pretty good, and I think as investors we would like to see more of this even in the upcoming weeks, in the upcoming months, which that will continue reviving the sentiment of the new investors around, of course, Nio's deliveries. I know we have to also think about the gross margin, since Nio part of the reason why Nio is getting this kind of sales is because of some discounts that they're also giving. So that, as I've said yesterday, we'll get clarity for that probably during the Q2 earnings. But I think good deliveries, ladies and gents, or high deliveries, ladies and gents, gross margins, yes, there gets impacted, but it might not be the way people are thinking, because ladies and gents, you will know that there are things that Nio is also doing or working around their cars, like producing their own chips. Nio, you will know that right now they are also producing their own cars, which, ladies and gents, the kind of money that they were paying to, of course, Jack, who was previously last year producing the cars for them, they are retaining that cash, they are retaining that money. The data center chips, those chips that Nio is producing, ladies and gents, will help Nio cut the cost and improves the gross margin, which is something that is pretty exciting, something that makes me to be very excited, because this is one thing that, of course, in fact, so many of the investors that are saying or complaining about gross margins, they've not factored in this. Instead, in fact, I think I will do a video whereby we go probably a bit into detail why the gross margins might not be impacted the way that so many people are thinking they would, because things have changed from last year to this year for Nio. Like we're talking about Nio, that right now it's producing their own cars. The money that they were paying to their partner last year, they are retaining that money, which obviously boost or increase their gross margin. So this is pretty good, pretty exciting. And yeah, 6,700 was a good figure. Otherwise, with all that, guys, just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the likes button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell at least to get notified by YouTube every time I drop new content. Otherwise, that's all from me. And I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And God bless you all.